everybody. Excuse the appearance. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I got up way too early, so I'm still kind of half asleep. But I told you that I would come back on here. It is the day after our appointment, our phone call appointment, which was yesterday, the 19th, with our doctor, with our MRI results, or my MRI results. If you missed that video, I'll link it up in the iCard, so you can go back and kind of watch it, and all of that. So, my dog is right here, so that's why it's kind of shaky. Stop. Hurry. Hurry. Good girl. Okay. So if you see me looking down, I have notes on my phone just to kind of remember what I am talking about, so I don't leave anything out. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so yesterday we had our phone call appointment with our doctor, and we didn't have to go up to the fertility clinic, which was actually nice. So we didn't have to, pretty much pack up and go. And she called, and she said that she had gotten the results back, and so I put her on speakerphone so Marcus could hear her too. And so, unfortunately, I will not be able to have the septum removal surgery like we had kind of hoped, because I have a didelphys uterus, and that would be difficult to repair and really risky, because if you don't know what a didelphys uterus is, it is pretty much, I have two cervixes, like the outside of my body looks normal. Everything looks normal. It's the inside that has the issues. So pretty much I have two cervixes, two canals, like uterine canals. So I still have both my fallopian tubes and both my ovaries that are both fully functioning, which is great. But there's a big, separation in the middle, that if we were to kind of go in and do the surgery, it would be very risky, and I would pretty much be chopping my uterus in half, and that's not something that we want to do. I don't want to chop my uterus in half, and it could potentially kill the other side. So I don't want to do that, and my doctor doesn't want to do that. So pretty much I have two cervical openings, which pretty much they call it a double vagina. And that's why they couldn't find my left side, is because the cervix they went into was my right cervix, so I'm more right dominant. I have a stronger right side. Like I said, everything on the outside looks normal. Like, you could never tell until, you do an MRI or an HSG, which actually makes a lot more sense now that we've had the HSG and the results we got back. It makes more sense. And so, unfortunately, no surgery, like we thought. 1 in 2,000 women actually have this. It's a pretty rare anomaly, but not too rare. So I'm rare. So it is an official diagnosis, and it is an official, this is it, this is what you have. No news is good news with the fertility clinic, so we didn't get any news about Marcus's blood draw, so we're kind of hoping that everything is good there. We did talk a lot about what our next steps would be, and we talked about IUIP, which is the more natural version of IUI. There are no drugs except the trigger shot to make me ovulate. like on a schedule. So we talked about that, and we decided that we would try that for a few cycles. Like she wants to try for about 2 to 3. So what we're going to do is, I still have not gotten my period for this month, and we think it's kind of just me stressing out, and anyway. So what she wants to do this cycle, or what we're going to do this cycle, because she gave us the option to pick when we were ready, we are going to wait out this period cycle, so this period when I finally get in, which I freaking hope is so soon, we're going to wait it out and just kind of have time to relax and prepare and just kind of be right now. Just get my body more prepared, get my body more ready for IUI, and just kind of pay off some bills, especially our first bill with the fertility clinic. We want that paid off so we don't owe them when we do IUIP. So then our next cycle, so the period after this one, we'll start doing IUIP. So pretty much what IUIP is, it's the more natural, no meds, just the trigger shot for me. So when I start my period, cycle day 1, which is the full bleed, not spotting, full bleed, I call the fertility clinic and I let them know, hey, I'm ready, like I'm on my period, this is cycle day 1. If it's over the weekend, I just call Monday and let them know when I started. And so they'll mark that off on their calendars and Dr. Conway's calendar, and they'll count 12 days from that, and on cycle day 12, she'll bring me in, and we'll do another transvaginal ultrasound, which actually is not painful at all, so I have no problem doing another one. And we'll look at my ovaries, and we'll look at my eggs and see if I've got a good one ready to drop. If I do, then she will teach Marcus how to trigger me in the office with the Ovidrill. Sorry about that. And so we'll do the Ovidrill in office, and that makes you ovulate, like, I think 36 hours later. So the next day, Marcus is going to have to come in. We're going to have to come back in. He's going to have to collect a semen sample, and then they'll take his sample, they'll wash it, make sure they get all of the viable sperm that, like, are moving forward, great tail, great heads, stuff like that. And then she said that takes about an hour to do, and then we will come back and inseminate me and pray for the best. If I get pregnant on IUIP, because right now we have a 15 to 20% chance of me getting pregnant on IUIP, then they will monitor me very, very closely with blood work, ultrasounds, all that kind of stuff. And if I make it to about 8 to 9 weeks gestation, so not far along, then and everything's fine, she'll send me back to my first doctor, Dr. Shelley, so she'll be my regular OB. If I don't get pregnant on IUIP, or get pregnant, have a miscarriage, then we try again. But like I said, we're only going to try for about 2 to 3 cycles, because the more times you try with IUIP, you'll watch the statistics start to go down. So if IUIP doesn't work after about 2 or 3 cycles, we're going to kind of regroup and decide if IVF is a possibility. But in my mind, that is a possibility, because I know that Marcus and I are going to do whatever it takes to get our babies here happy and healthy, and even if it's just one, we know that we fought the hardest we could. She also did mention surrogacy, which Marcus and I have discussed that would be our last kind of like option if surrogacy does not take or does not work, then adoption is our last resort. And absolutely nothing wrong with adoption for us at all, but we just kind of want to try everything we need to try or can try. So IUIP is next cycle, not this coming cycle, hopefully, but next cycle. So this cycle we're going to wait it out and see what happens. We just need to get some affairs in order and kind of just be if anybody does have any questions, please feel free to comment and ask. My hair is crazy AF. That was a really bitter pill to swallow yesterday. So it's tough. I'm not quite sure how to feel about it yet. Oh, and don't confuse, I will actually find a website link that I was reading an article. Don't confuse a didelphys uterus with a biocornuate uterus or a septate, because sometimes they get confused together for one or the other. So I'll find that website and link it down below so you guys can look and read if you'd like. So with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and go. I've got some bills to pay and some things to take care of here. It is payday for us, and we're going to go out and we're going to enjoy today. Marcus's dad is coming in this weekend. He does not know yet. So we're going to tell him everything, and my parents and my grandparents do not know yet, so they'll know this weekend too. Yeah. If you know anybody who's going through this, or you are, one, if you are, you're not alone, and it's hard, and I understand. And two, if you know anybody who's going through this, just love them and support them and let them know it's going to be okay and you're there, because it's a family effort. No matter who your family is or who you choose to have as your family, it's definitely a family effort. So with that, I'm going to go pay some bills. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share the video, and check out all my social medias below and my podcast below. I should try and have another podcast up today. I'll try. But with that, I'm going to head out, and so I'll see you guys hopefully soon. So I love you so much. Lots of love, lots of light, lots of hope, and lots of baby dust. And here we go. Bye, guys.